Let's go down and feed, and I'm going to address something that maybe some of you have noticed. It's a little embarrassing, but I have lost. Good morning, farm friends. It's Alan here on the farm on Route 66, and most of you that watch our channel know that when I head down to the barn early in the morning, it's a lot brighter than it is this morning. That's why they call Phoenix the Valley of the Sun. We get a lot of sun in Arizona. Oh, I gotta turn this around just a sec. It's heading down here, and I had to show you Fred up on top of my truck. You know, I'd get mad, but I can wash off a little bit of peacock poop. Oh, now he's in the bed of my truck. That's funny. Isn't he beautiful? So I had to show you Fred. But anyway, it's overcast today, which just isn't what we normally get. So hopefully it brings some moisture with it. You can see I still have my water leak. And so I've got to get a backhoe and get it over here so I can get that fixed. Fred, that's really cool of you to show off for us this morning. I don't know that many of you have seen him show off like this. I had mentioned the other day, because I have this new Solace tractor, that I'm not using my Ford anymore. So I am so excited because I had an idea. I have a brother that lives about an hour from me, and he and his wife they built a new home, and they're building their little farm, and they don't have a tractor. And I said, you know what, Steven? I said, why don't you come get the tractor and you can use it. I didn't want to give it to him, because one day I think I'd like to give this to Bryson or Blake or one of the grandsons. I mean, this is an 80-year-old tractor, and so it's kind of a special thing that I'd like to keep in the family. But I told my brother Steven, hey, come get it, and you can just use it and act like it's yours until someday when I need it back. And he was excited. So they're gonna come this evening. Their kids were gonna come and swim in our little irrigation swimming pool. And we just love when they come to the farm, and they're gonna come pick up the little Ford tractor. Let's go down and feed, and I'm gonna address something that maybe some of you have noticed. It's a little embarrassing to draw attention to myself here, but I have lost some weight over the past, I don't know, 6 months to eight months, something like that. And it's been intentional. I've tried to do it, and I'll tell you what my diet plan has been. I still have a ways to go, and it's a little embarrassing or intimidating, I guess, to put it on video, because then you guys may hold me accountable to losing more, which is great. I want to lose more, but once you tell a bunch of people, then if I start getting heavier again, some of you may say, hey, Alan, you're looking like you're not following that diet plan. Horses are hungry. Huh, Gold 66? He's like, hey, feed me. And so I'm gonna feed him, and then I want to tell you about how I've lost 30 pounds so far, and give you another little secret. Okay, I'm gonna let you in on one of the secrets. The diet plan I've chosen is not perfect, but I found something that fills in the gaps. It's never too late to start a new habit and put it into your daily routine. And habit for me has been taking 2 vitamins from Ritual, Essential for Men. I love these things, and it kind of sounds funny, but they smell so good. I feel so good when I take these. They're easy to swallow, they smell amazing, and I know that I'm getting 10 essential nutrients. Ritual is a brand I trust. They're transparent when it comes to the ingredients they use and why. I know exactly what I'm putting in my body with Ritual. So Ritual is providing 30% off for our friends for the month of August. So click on the link right here so that you can get those savings. Another amazing thing about Ritual is that they have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you're not happy after 30 days, send it back, no questions asked. You can't get better than that. So click this link right here and get started. You'll be so glad you did. I sure am. Feed, and we're actually getting a teeny bit of rain. I mean, I've feeling a couple drops, and that's good for us. Some of you measure rain in inches, and we do too, but it's how many inches in between drops in Arizona. It's not how many inches accumulate. I fed the horses, as you can see behind me, and Chipper and Nugget back there, but they're all doing really good. But let me tell you what I've done to lose a little weight, because some of you that have watched our channel have been kind and have mentioned, hey, are you losing some weight? And I want to keep it going, but I've kind of hit a plateau, so maybe this video will inspire me to get going better. Let me make sure I've wrapped chores up here, and then I will tell you what my plan's been. Hey Charlotte, you and your baby are doing good this morning, and so is Hottie. Hottie's my cousin's horse that we're gonna find a home for, but I'll tell you what, I'm really liking her. So we may just keep her around for a while because she's been fun to ride. Duchess, and the rain's already kind of stopping. Again, when I say rain, I got a couple drops on me, but it is hopeful that we have some moisture in the air. Oh really, Nugget? Are you gonna show off for everybody? Why don't you show off for everybody? Nugget is still very skittish. Those of you that watched our video that know that I'm working with her, she'll come around, but she's just one that's gonna take some time. Hey Chipper, how are you, girl? Nugget, how are you? She's a pretty girl. Come on, we're playing hide and seek. You sure are cute, girl. You sure are cute. Someone actually offered us some quail. They had bought some quail, and they live down in the Phoenix area. They're from here. Some of my old students, 2 of them that got married, and they love the quail, but they're like, it is too hot for our quail down here. And they asked if sorry, I'm just locking the gate. They asked if I would want them and if we would want them, and I said sure. And Blake and I built this quail cage years ago, and I know I've introduced the quail, but I think it was on a live. But it's kind of fun. You can see out to the pasture right there, and the quail will do much better here than they were doing down by Phoenix. And Gold 66, how are you this morning, buddy? Really, I have hay in the feeder and you're eating off the ground. That's about right. But he's doing so good. But chores are pretty much done. I'll take some hay up to the goats, and then I'll tell you what I've done to lose 30 pounds. And so I got some hay that I'm carrying up with me. What I've done to lose 30 pounds, and I would love to lose, let's see, 30 more would be the ideal, but I've got to get recommitted because, like I say, I've kind of plateaued after the first 30. But as Blake was leaving, he was saying how he wants to bulk up on his mission. You know, when you're an 18-year-old boy, you want to gain some weight and gain some muscle, and he's doing push-ups every day, and so he wants to be up to 180. He's 160 now, and I said, all right, I'll tell you what, why don't you get to 180 and I'll get down to 180 and we'll meet. So that would be the ideal, but I definitely am gonna have to work harder to get there. But let me feed these goats and then I'll tell you what I've been doing. There you go, goats. There isn't frickin' frack have gotten big. When you're on video all the time, you sometimes have those videos or photos or thumbnails or whatever. I'm like, oh man, I am not looking very good. I've put on a lot of weight. Makes you think I've got to do better. So finally, I don't know, probably 8 months ago, I was hit one of those moments that I'm like, I have got to lose some weight. I had acid reflux all the time, hard to move, breathe heavy if I just barely walked up some stairs. And I'm like, come on, this is not who I am. I've got to be better. I kept looking for easy ways to lose weight. Well, let me tell you something. So what's kind of changed this time is I've realized, you know what? Weight loss is not supposed to be easy. It's supposed to take some work. And just changing my mind that way seriously has helped, because I stopped looking for the easy way to do it. And when I was really hungry, I was like, that's okay. It's supposed to be hard. I heard about this intermittent fasting idea. I had heard about it before and I thought, that is ridiculous, just going without food. And because I was changing my mindset that, okay, weight loss isn't supposed to be easy. It's not easy to wake up in the morning and have your joints hurt, and it's not easy to walk upstairs and be short of breath. It's not easy to have acid reflux all the time. And so I thought, you know, I'm just gonna do this. And so I did find a lady on YouTube, 6 Miles to Super. You can check her out. Maybe tell her that you came over from me, and maybe she'll reach out and have me on her channel. That'd be cool. But I just really like her because she's just real practical and real, and just tells about her weight loss journey. And so she brings on other people that have that rooster's sure enjoying being part of the show this morning. So I started, I think at first I went like, you obviously fast all night, and then I'd wake up and I'd go till about lunch, and then I would eat lunch and dinner, and I started losing a little bit, and I was kind of watching what I ate. But I'll tell you what, I still eat everything, because if you limit yourself, say I'm never gonna have a donut again, then mentally you're like, I want to go get a donut. So I still eat sugar, I eat whatever, but just I don't eat breakfast anymore. And some people say that breakfast is the most important meal of the day. I think that's probably the egg and cereal industry that's promoted that. So as I listened to this lady, 6 Miles to Super, she started walking 6 miles a day and intermittent fasting. And that's the truth. If you move more, eat less, you're gonna lose weight. And so as I started doing that, I was like, well, that's easy now to not eat breakfast. And so then I started shrinking my eating window. And so instead of starting at lunch, I started at 3 or 4. So now I normally eat lunch or dinner about 3 or 4, and I'll keep that window open till about 7. So between 3 and 7. And I'm not just gorging myself. Actually, your stomach kind of shrinks and you fill up quicker. And so I eat during that time, and then I'm done, and then just go to the next day. And you just tell yourself, cool, I can eat whatever I want tomorrow between 3 and 7. So that's worked for me. But since I'm eating a lot less, I felt like it would be wise to have something to fill in the gaps. Well, guys, there it is. That's my plan and my secret. Check out Ritual. I feel good that I'm taking some vitamins that are filling in the gaps. And I'm 52 years old now, and I just want to make sure I'm getting the nutrition that I need, even though I'm eating fewer calories in a day. But that's the thing I like about intermittent fasting, is I'm not counting calories. I just know that I'm eating less calories because I'm eating less often. And you can't eat as many calories in 4 or 5 hours a day as you were back when you were eating 15 hours a day. And even though it hasn't always been easy, it hasn't been undoable. I hope I can keep going, so encourage me. But if you see me putting on some pounds, don't say, man, Alan, you're getting fat again. Be nice, please. Just kidding. But hope you've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed doing chores. I hope that the moisture sorry, you can't. So there you go. We're still overcast to the north and to the west, but the sun's coming out now in the east. We get some moisture that actually hits the ground and blesses our land, because it's been so dry, so dry. I just got done irrigating, and what would have covered all my land no problem didn't even get down to my second field, because it soaked in for 3 days. 3 days water was running over my field and soaked in so much it didn't even get to the second field like it should have. But so we need some irrigation from heaven, praying for rain. Thanks guys, and wish me well as I try to keep losing a little bit more weight. Well, a lot more, 30 more pounds. Come on, wouldn't it be cool if Blake and I were the same when he got home? That'd be kind of fun. I keep telling Blake, don't worry about putting on weight. Age and miles will put on the weight. Hey, have a good day. See y'all.